morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome in. We have some baseball today. Not a huge slate, but we've got some baseball today. No basketball until tomorrow. Both games to decide who will lose to the Thunder and the Cavs will play tomorrow. I don't know what was going on in basketball last night. It quite literally looked like the Chicago Bulls and the Sacramento Kings just like I don't even know. I would need to do a check. I think that might have been a quiet quit. Like that might have just been a tanking because neither of those teams looked like they wanted to play basketball. The Bulls started the game. They just they weren't playing defense. It was like it was the All-Star game. Like Tyler Herro would get the ball and he would just half jog like into the paint and then just go late in. I don't know what I was watching. It was crazy. But I'm excited to get past like these playing games, get to the real basketball. Heat Hawks early lean. I have no idea whatsoever. Mavericks Grizzlies. The Grizzlies should, again, assuming Ja Morant is healthy, the Grizzlies should roll the Mavericks. The Mavericks and the Kings are both so bad. Oh my God. Dewan, what's up? Dewan, I think this is the first time you've joined a stream, like a Rolling Insight stream. So welcome in. It's so crazy how Chicago has nothing to show for the Levine and DeRozan trade. Yeah, I mean, first of all, I don't even know how I don't know how that was a good idea for either team. Like the Kings, I don't know why they thought all those players would work together. The Kings looked so bad last night, but the Bulls in particular, it was like they weren't even trying. It was like disgusting. Like I didn't end up. Oh, you were here yesterday. Okay, I didn't bet on the Bulls like to win the game. In that game I only had Vooch double, which did hit. Thank you, Vooch. I thought that was chalked. He had like 2 points and 2 rebounds for like the entire first quarter, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is chalked." But he came through. Shout out to Vooch. But I didn't bet on the Bulls. But if I did, I would have been so mad. Like they weren't even trying. It was actually crazy. I don't know. Grizzlies should roll the Mavs though, assuming Morant plays. For series bets, I'm kind of sticking with my thoughts. This Warriors line came down a little bit. I'm probably going to bet Warriors minus 1.5. And I would like to bet the Pacers in some capacity. I just haven't really figured out how to do that yet. I love the plan, but it should be one and done. Yeah, I completely agree. It's too much. Like these teams suck. The Mavericks and the Kings suck. It should be. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure in the bubble when they did it you had to be within a certain amount of games of the teams, like the playoff teams, to qualify. Like the West should have just had. I don't know. They got to figure something out. Like those games last night sucked. The Kings at 40 and 42 should not have had a chance. Obviously, the Mavericks, like the Mavericks at 39 and 43, Kings 40 and 42. Those two teams should not get a chance to be in the playoffs when the Grizzlies have 48 wins. So I don't know if you want to do like instead of doing the kind of 7, 8, 9, 10, you could have just done Grizzlies versus Mavs for the 8 seed or something. I don't know. And then like on the East, like these teams are more close in terms of record, but the Bulls, I don't know. The Bulls didn't look like they even tried. I'm gonna be honest with you. Until there was maybe like one period, like 10 minutes in the fourth quarter, they kind of cut it to like 13 and they were like, oh, they're going to make a run, but they didn't even look like they were trying to start the game. So, if you want to do Hawks Heat, play those two play the 8-9 for the 8 seed or something. I don't know, but it just stinks. So they got to figure something out. That was trash. Like, that wasn't even fun to watch. All right. Anyways, we're going to talk baseball today. I tweeted out my golf picks yesterday that we talked about on stream. Let's take a look at the leaderboard here. Our guy Fitzpatrick is up there. He's 3 under through 8. We know he plays good at this course. Don't count him out. I know he's been terrible, but Matty Fitzpatrick might. I think like the story is I think he vacationed in Hilton Head a lot when he was a kid or something, and then they played Harbor Town's right by Hilton Head. So I don't know, but I know there's some connection of him in that course. That would be hilarious if he was in the final group on Sunday. He's just been so bad. He's basically been trashed since he won the U.S. Open. Trey, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. I don't really see anything else crazy on the leaderboard here. Sepp Straka, even through 10. I mean, what is this guy doing? All right. As far as baseball goes, I have a couple plays I like today a lot, so we'll dive in here. A lot of these games start early here, a bunch in the 12 o'clock hour and then 2 o'clock hour. For those games specifically, I don't really have anything. I think Nationals, Pirates. So if you guys didn't see, that game got a little chippy yesterday. The Pirates game got a little chippy yesterday. O'Neal Cruz hit a big grand slam. Maybe he's feeling himself today. I do think you can kind of pick on Trevor Williams. Let me pull up his splits. Take a look. I'll do career for him. Trevor Williams' career against righties, giving up a 254 batting average. Against the lefties, 285. He's way more strikeouts to righties than lefties. He's giving up more home runs to righties than lefties, however. But overall, kind of worse numbers against the lefties. Let's pull up his. I think you could look at maybe some Pirates props. Nico finally spoke up and said it was the owner's call. I saw that. Reds over team total, doesn't matter what it's at. Well, let's take a look. Reds team total is 4.5. You can get plus money on that over 4.5 for the Reds team total. Trey, you're not an Emerson Hancock fan, eh? So if you guys don't know, Emerson Hancock, he was he was a top pitching prospect for a while. He was a really, really high pick. I think he was a top 5 draft pick in 2019, 2020-ish, somewhere around that range. I mean, he was a really, really high pick. He has not panned out. Last year, we saw him for a decent sample size. He had a 4.75 ERA, 5.94 expected, 46% hard hit rate allowed, really bad. Only struck out 14% of batters, really bad. Just not good. This year, it's small sample size, but he's got hit around a lot. No strikeouts. Hard hit rate is through the roof. He throws a lot of sinkers, 60% sinkers, and then 15% changeups. So he's only pitched, I think, 1 outing. But he threw a ton of sinkers in that outing. So let's look first and foremost. Ellie De La Cruz, 2024 against sinkers. If you guys think back, Ellie was someone we took pretty often against sinker ballers. He had a 350 batting average, 352 expected, 64% hard hit rate, 523 weighted on base. Really, really strong numbers for him against sinkers. So instantly I'm interested in Ellie De La Cruz hitting third there. We have Austin Hayes, Gavin Lux in the middle of the order. Hayes, typically, I feel like we like to use against lefties, but I mean, he is batting cleanup. Gavin Lux, I'm interested. Let me see here. I thought Gavin Lux was a good pickup for the Reds. Last year against sinkers, 317 batting average, 290 expected, 43% hard hits. Pretty good numbers across the board there. I want to see, let's look at expected stats for the Reds this season specifically. Matt McClain leading the team in expected weighted on base at 409. Ellie's right there at 375, and then Gavin Lux is third at 316, which 316 isn't very good, but he is third on the team. And Matt McClain obviously not in the lineup today. So yeah, Ellie De La Cruz might be a home run day, might be just hits, runs, RBIs. Let me see. Let me see what that line is at. They don't have that on FanDuel, so I can never check it. It's probably pretty juicy just because he's a big name hitter, but let's see. It's only minus 125 on Bet365, minus 125 on MGM. If he has up DraftKings, it's minus 130, so a little bit, juicier there. But yeah, I'm going to add this, I think. I'll play it on Bet365 for minus 125. Ellie De La Cruz over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And home run, I mean, plus 400 on Bet365. Let me see what he is on DraftKings. Probably 350-ish. Yeah, Nathan, don't fall in the trap. Don't fall in the trap. I've seen those, but at the same time, I'll just tell you straight up, you also can't see the thousands of dollars that those people spend and they miss parlays on those home run parlays. Like I'm not saying you specifically, but if you want to do one, every couple days for a couple bucks, I don't think it's a bad scenario. But I mean, I can't even bet on DraftKings. I can't even bet. I tried to bet. So there's a home run play I really like today, and I just went to bet him. I tried to bet, my normal like half unit on it, and the maximum I could bet was $5.69. So I'm a $100 unit better. I'm not betting exorbitant amounts of money, and I'm pretty limited on DK. Anyone that's betting, if these people are getting down $200, $300 on these home run parlays, I don't even want to know how much money like they've lost. It has to be just insane. I'm gonna give it out, Ryan. 1 sec. Yeah, bonus bet for home run parlay. I think that's fine. That's the type of stuff I would use a bonus bet on, to be honest. Oh, you said 400 plus 400, Dewan? Yeah, plus 400. All right, we'll sprinkle the Ellie home run too. Quarter unit to win a unit. All right, so shout out to Trey for that one. I mean, I would have looked into it, but good on you for putting me on that. So looks like a really good spot for Ellie today. Not that it's a good spot for Ellie every day, but just pitch mix wise, looks pretty good. Let me check his. I mean, hard hit looks good, 57% this year. I mean, he's only batting. What's his batting average? Pretty low. He's only hitting 229 this year, but I mean, if you look at the expected's 280. So yeah, this looks like someone good to buy low on, anyways. All right. I don't hate that team total over too if you want to do it, but I'm gonna stick with Ellie there for this game. I want to switch down here to the night slate. 2 plays I like. One of which is I like the under 8 in Kansas City and Detroit. So this is a really good spot bullpen wise. Royals bullpen is pretty rested up, and the Yankees bullpen is pretty rested up too in terms of the back end guys that, we're scared of. So I think if we can get this to be low scoring going to the 6th, 7th, 8th inning, I don't think there's going to be a lot of runs scored late with how these bullpens are looking. So this opened up, I think, at 8.5, 9. It's down to 8. I like the under 8 in Detroit, Kansas City. I'm going to leave that in the bet slip. Looks like a pretty good bet to me. I like the over 8.5 in the Cleveland-Baltimore game. Again, Sagano doesn't look very good to me, just overall. His stuff. It looks pretty mediocre. I mean, Tanner Bybee, you guys know I like him, but I feel like we kind of have a love-hate relationship with him. If we look at his numbers overall for this year, it's just pretty standard. I mean, if we look at his rookie season, 2023, 298 ERA, 370 expected, 24% strikeouts, like pretty solid across the board, right? Like he looked pretty good. And then last year, 347 ERA, 375 expected. So his expected ERA did rise a little bit from his rookie season, but his actual ERA, it kind of stabilized a little bit in there in the mid threes, which I think is pretty close to what he should be at. But then this season, smaller sample size through the first month, he's up to a 4.65 expected ERA. So that expected ERA's jumped a full run, and his actual ERA is carried with that. He's at 4.39. Big difference for him. He's walking more batters, 6% and 7% his first 2 years this year through his first couple starts, 11%. Don't like that. Strikeouts are down to 16%, which I don't like either. So a little bit concerning profile. I want to kind of see how that stabilizes over the course of the season, but Baltimore is a good lineup, and I definitely think Bybee could give up some runs today. And then on the flip side, Sagano just doesn't look very good to me. I think Cleveland is in a good spot for offense, and that's where my home run pick is outside of Ellie. We're going to go with Kyle Manzardo, plus 600 for a home run tonight, and I like him over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs at plus 100. He should be in the middle of the order tonight against the righty, and I think Kyle Manzardo, just being in Northeast Ohio, I hear a lot of Guardians fans talk. They're pretty upset with him. So if you guys don't know the story, he was like a top prospect for them last year. He came up, kind of got hurt for a while and never really panned out. He did have some big hits in the playoffs though for them. So then this year coming into the season, he's expected to be a really big offensive piece for them. And it hasn't even been a full month of the season. And these casual baseball fans are just ready to give up on him because he's hitting 185. That doesn't really tell the full story. If we look at his advanced stats, he's hitting in the 100s, and his expected batting average isn't, much higher than that. It's still below 200, but everything else looks really good. I mean, expected slugging percentage is over 500. His strikeout rate is kind of the same as it was. His walks are way up. He's walking way more this season than he has in the past. His hard hit rate is good at 40% as well. But then if we dive into the exit velocity stuff, he is the highest ranked Cleveland Guardian right now on their entire team in terms of barrels per plate appearance, over 10%. Really, really strong barrel rate for him, which is the best on the team. And if we look at the expected stats for the Cleveland Guardians this season, he's second on the team, 353 expected weighted on base. He's the only player other than Gabe Arias on this team that's above 350. Even Steven Kwan's down at 330. Jose Ramirez 310. Those guys have really started pretty slow. So Kyle Manzardo, I think, is hitting the ball well, and I think he obviously has room for power. He is a power hitter back through the minors, and he matches up really, really well here against the righty Sagano. If we look at Manzardo's just stats for his career, he profiles as someone that's going to excel against right-handed pitching. So I like Kyle Manzardo, buy low tonight on him. Home run, hits, runs, RBIs. Trey, you said Gunnar getting his first. Yeah, he's kind of on the Vlad Jr. He's going to hit a home run eventually. Let's take a look. So Tanner Bybee, around 40% fastball. and then he mixes it up. Pretty even split after his fastball between cutter, sweeper, sinker. His fastball this season has been pretty good. He's given up a 118 batting average, 193 expected with it. So overall, it's been pretty good. Cutter has been getting hit around a lot. Let's look at Gunnar Henderson, though. Last year against fastballs, he was okay. 270 expected batting average, 59% hard hit rates, very good. Cutter, pretty good numbers, 291 expected batting average, 60% hard hit. So looks like a pretty good individual matchup for Henderson. I want to see kind of how the underlying stuff looks for him, though, in general. I know he kind of was banged up, so he got started off a little slow. I mean, he's dead last on the team, expected weighted on base, which is pretty bad. 214 batting average, 260 expected. Let's see if we can look at his barrel rate here. Yeah, dead last on the team in barrel rate as well. 2.3% is just so bad. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, he's probably going to hit a home run sooner or later. That's accurate. The underlying stuff still looks like he's starting off pretty slow to me, though. Not really someone I'm looking to buy into too heavily. But I really like the spot for Ellie, and I really like the spot for Manzardo. So two props I like today. And then I like the over in the Cleveland-Baltimore game, and I like the under in the KC-Detroit game. Rested up bullpens. Decent starters, but rested bullpens. If we can get this to be, a 4-run game, 4 or 5 runs going to the 6th, 7th, 8th inning, I think we'll be in the clear. So those two plays I like a lot today, and then the props as well. That about does it for baseball. Let's do another update, golf update here. Scotty Scheffler is all of a sudden tied for the lead, 4 under through 6. Just completely out of nowhere. Matt Fitzpatrick also tied for the lead, 4 under through 9. Oh, man. Starting off good. Typically, when it starts off this hot, it's not good, but hopefully we can ride this out to the weekend. I feel super confident Scotty is going to win this. I would be really surprised if he's in the final group on Sunday. I'd be really surprised if Scotty does not win this. I mean, it's crazy that statistically, he's pretty much dead on statistically with what he was last season when he had 4 or 5 wins. He just hasn't put together a full 4 rounds of golf yet. So that's going to happen eventually. All right, overall, that should do it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be live tomorrow, 11 a.m. We're going to talk, obviously, basketball tomorrow, play-in, NBA playoffs that start on Saturday. So we'll do a full kind of NBA preview tomorrow. We'll talk some baseball too. Friday's always a big baseball slate. And then next week, we're going to be hitting NFL draft hard next week. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think there's a lot of great draft props that I've seen that I've wanted to bet. But I'm going to put out my not statistical, but positional rankings for each position now that we're closer to the draft: quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, tight ends. I'm going to put my rankings out for those positions, by Monday night probably. And then, we'll do mock drafts on the stream. I'll post a mock draft on the blog, different stuff that we can do. And maybe we'll do a stream too. I told you guys I'm setting stuff up to do some more night streams and watch some games live. Maybe we'll do a night stream for Thursday, first round NFL draft. I'll go live during the draft and kind of give my thoughts on the picks and stuff. We'll see. But overall, thank you guys for tuning in. Good luck with your bets. Hopefully, Ellie De La Cruz gets us started off today with a winner here at 12:41. But good luck today, and see you guys tomorrow.